Many are stressing and near depression over this pandemic.
You're right about it.
Others seem to be oblivious to the risk and blatantly put themselves and others in harm's way. We have government officials who flinch at the idea of a safer at home order. We have protesters on the street. We have families that refuse to stay away from each other and gather in large numbers in backyard barbecues and pool parties.
Right.
We see Instagram posts displaying wanton disregard for laws established to protect us, holding parties on the interstate and in the middle of the street. We have churches gathering in the thousands to worship you as an excuse because they got bills they got to pay and don't trust you to meet every bill. They've forgotten that worship is not a place. It's who you are and whose we are. We're worshipers every day of the week, and nobody can stop my worship. But I just want to encourage all of us to know that there is someone who knows all of us, watches over us at all times, and especially in hard times. There is a word in the favorite psalm of this church, and also my father's. Other than 23rd, this was his other favorite psalm, Psalm 121, verse 4. Verse 4 says, "Behold, he who keeps Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep." That's all I want to read today. Touch your neighbor and say, "Neighbor, today, with the help of the Holy Ghost and your prayer, the preacher will preach. God is awake." You know, I was often told, don't make sense for both of us to stay up. If God is walking the streets, if God is watching over the city, if God is watching over our homes, why are we walking around the house? Psalms 121 is a part of a group of Psalms that begin with Psalms 120, ends with Psalms 134, known as the Songs of Ascent. The writers of these Psalms were said to be pilgrims on their way to Jerusalem for the great feast. They had to journey upwards to get to their worship. Every step they took them higher, and they began to look around, and one psalmist must have said, "From whence does my help come?" They could not wait, I tell you, to get to worship. And I know I got some members out there that can't wait to get back in the house. Oh yeah, you took it for granted. But now you realize ain't no place like the house of God to worship. Can you imagine climbing a mountain on your way to worship in a specific place? Yeah, I think we'll turn over some mountains to get back to worship. But I came out to tell you, despite all of that, there's a question on the table. From whence cometh my help? No, he wasn't answering right there. He was asking the question. This safer at home order is giving you time with your family, time to do some work around the house, time to reflect, and perhaps even to realize the importance of worship. It took a pandemic for some of us to realize how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. I just want us to realize that we should not live in fear, but live by faith. Can you say by faith? We're not in this by ourselves. God is awake. The psalmist in verse 1 lifts up his eyes to the hills as if to say, I see all of this majesty, and I can't even imagine my little self in the middle of all of this. And no doubt as he looked around, he may have even wondered. But then as he looked at the mountains, as majestic as they could stand, he said to himself in verse 2, oh, I got it. It don't come from me. Tell you this, it don't come from you. The psalmist knows that his help is beyond himself. You must know that your help is beyond you. If you could make it on your own, you would have. The man or woman who counts on him or herself has counted God out. And when you count God out, you might as well be an idol worshiper, because you're just as much as an idol worshiper of yourself as the man who worships a pagan god. You can't count on you. And this pandemic has proven to us we can't count on man either. Not only can we not handle it, man has proven they can't handle it either. Trusting in ourselves alone is factoring God out. It's time to recognize that your help is beyond you. Can somebody say beyond me? Beyond me. Your help for your turnaround, for your breakthrough will not come, nor cannot come from you. So where does it come from? The psalmist is actually asking what we call a rhetorical question. He already knew the answer. And I know you do too. You know it's not you, so then where will it come? Tell your neighbor, say neighbor. It's got to come from God. We know it's rhetorical because the answer's in the next verse. In verse 2, we know it's rhetorical because he says, my help comes from the maker and creator. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, my help cometh from the Lord. It's real simple. There it is right there in the text. The one who created the heavens and the earth, the maker and creator. In other words, the one who made this body can fix it. You know, there are things we purchase, and when they start acting up, we got a warranty on them. Hallelujah, we got a warranty. And when they start messing up, we pack them in a box, and we ship them back to the one who created and tell them to give me either a new one or fix the one I got. I came by to tell somebody, God created these bodies. And if you get tired of this body, if it causes you some problems, all you got to do is look up and not in. The same one that created can fix it. And if he can't fix it, he'll give you a new one. The Bible says so. If this earthly temple, this tabernacle, should begin to fail, fold up and pack away, I got another building. Take it to the manufacturer. Got another one. Now made of hands. So what I want to tell you first of all in this text, so you don't leave here without knowing he's awake, God is our advocate. Can you say God is our advocate?
God is our advocate.
And he will, church, defend us. His position tells us he sees. He's high and above all that we go through. His power says he knows. And his providence says he cares. Three things are true about this advocate. He's omniscient. There's nothing he don't know about nothing, including you. He know how you tick. He know what ticks you. He know exactly how to fix you too. But then number two, God will not do anything for us. Say anything. For us supernaturally than we can naturally do for ourselves.
Come on, Pastor.
I just need you to know that. So if you're waiting for God to send you a job and you hadn't applied for one, it ain't going to happen. Not that he can't do it. He won't do it because he gave you free will. He gave you health and strength. He gave you a right and ready mind. There are some things God expects us to do for ourselves. But then number three, you must be a participant in your own deliverance. God does things for us and with us so that he gets the glory through us. I came to remind us that God is awake. Say he's awake. And God is aware of what's going on because he's our advocate. He's our defense. He's our defense attorney. So even when the enemy comes, when we mess up standing in the same house with the person you have not stayed with in a long time, all of a sudden every day you're seeing the same faces and they begin to get on your nerve. It's God, our advocate, that will defend you. He'll shut you up just in time. Somebody ought to say amen. Because you know he's already done it at your house. He's our advocate. You and I can't change hearts. We can't change behaviors. You can't make this government attentive to your needs for finances, food, and safety. You can't do it. You can't alter attitudes. You can't make your neighbors comply with safer home orders. You can't make folk responsive. You can't make them responsible. You can't make the majority culture sensitive to the number of minorities who are dying hang of this epidemic, pandemic. You can't manufacture favor, and you can't heal yourself. God is awake, and God is our advocate. Can you say advocate? He will fight for us. He will defend us. He can change hearts. He can make turnarounds. He can bridge the gap. He can meet needs. He is our advocate. So when troubles come, don't look down. Don't look around. Look up. Because when you look up, you're bound to see something God created. I have a witness in the house. He'll remind you of how super He is. When you look at the clouds that just hang out there, look like they're just decorating the sky. You can't help but think of the God who created them and keeps them in their place. The psalmist acknowledged that if he is to receive the help he needs, it won't come from him. And it can't come from the people around him. It's got to come from the one above him. And I need somebody to know today the help you need is from the Lord. He is our advocate, and God is fully awake. He knows, y'all. He knows. Say he knows. He knows. He knows there are over 700,000 cases of COVID-19 in the United States of America on yesterday. So the number has gone up today. Are y'all in the house with me? But this is what blew my mind. 58,000 are in recovery. No, y'all missed it. 700,000 had the virus. Only 58,000. I mean only 58 are in recovery. So 638,000 plus people are sick.
Come on, Pastor.
And some of them don't even know they're sick.
Come on, Pastor.
Now y'all missed y'all. Now that's a shout. That God will allow things to attack this body, but won't allow it to attack you. Asymptomatic. But I worry about that 638,000. And then we got foolish people in the street protesting.
Come on now.
Do you think that our hospitals could take care of 638,000?
Come on, Pastor.
Not nowhere in America. And if they're in the wrong place, there's not even a place with intensive care.
That's right, Pastor.
I need everybody to know you ought to take this seriously. God is awake, and he sent me to tell you you need to wake up too.
You need to wake
Say, wake up. It's time to look up. Because the only one that can straighten this out is our God. Trust that the God who created and made us knows all about what's going on with us. But let me tell you something. There's another word in this text. Verse 3 and 4. Verse 3 first. He will not allow, Jesus,
that's what I love,
your foot to be moved. He who keeps. He who keeps. I just got to keep on saying keeps. Because somebody worried about keeping themselves.
Come on, Pastor.
Nothing has bothered me more than the people who are afraid. Now you ought to walk in wisdom, but you ought not walk in fear.
My Lord.
Because it's only been God that's kept you this far. There was always a disease out there that could take you out. I've already been diagnosed with one. And it's much more dangerous than COVID-19. It's determined to take you out. And if the God I serve kept me through one, ain't he good enough? Is not he strong enough? Isn't he grand enough to keep me through COVID-19?
My Lord.
God is awake. That means I get to rest at night. That means I don't turn over worried about my tomorrow. My tomorrow is already fixed. You can even take a nap for y'all napping people. He is aware of what's going on with us.
My Lord.
And here's the promise. He will not allow your foot to be moved. Not only is God our advocate, God is active in protecting you.
My Lord.
Can you say active?
Active.
He's active, y'all. He's on the job. He's on the job. He's on the job. He's not asleep. He's on the job. He's active in protecting you. So why are you trying to protect you?
Come on, Pastor.
Do what you can. Wear your mask. Clean your house. Sanitize your hands. But you better be trusted.
Yeah, Lord.
Because all of that, God will send it to your house through a mail.
Yeah.
Through a package. Y'all better get out here. Through somebody sitting on your porch or just touching your holes.
Come on. Right.
If God don't keep the city, they wake it in vain that build it. Look at this. The 8th portion of verse 3 says, he will not allow your foot to be moved. The actual original translation means this. He will not allow your foot to slip or stumble. There are times when I would have forgotten to do things that now keep me safe.
Come on, Pastor. Yes, Lord.
But the God I serve will remind me when I take my garbage out, the same can I used to take out before we knew about COVID-19, because you know it was already here. But before I knew about it, I would just come back in, wash my hands, and be done. But now, I take a little more time. Can I get a witness? You got to do 20 seconds. You got to go through the fingers, around the ball. Somebody need to know that the God we serve gives us wake-up calls. And I'm not talking about just in the morning. He'll wake you up when you're about to make a mistake. He's active in protecting you. When you're about to go someplace you're not supposed to go, won't he turn you around? Won't he tell you not to go, at least not now? And won't he protect you from danger seen and unseen? God is ordering our steps, y'all.
Yes, Lord.
He will not allow you to slip or stumble. Psalms 37:23 says like this, the steps of a good man
Walk with it, Pastor.
are ordered. That word ordered means prepared.
Yeah.
It's already made ready. It's set up and determined. Here's what I want somebody to understand, that COVID-19 can't take you out unless God has already prepared it to take you
Come
out.
on, Pastor.
And if he prepared it to take you out, nothing you can do can stop it.
Come on, Pastor.
I was listening to a preacher this morning who was saying that God is not in control of everything. Oh yeah. He says faith is. It sounds good, don't it? In other words, your faith makes the difference. No. My faith only unlocks things for me.
That's right.
God is still in control.
That's right.
There is nothing and nobody can do anything except God give permission.
That's right.
What's hard for some people to accept is that God would allow COVID-19 on the earth. See, I don't have no problem with that. Because God has always allowed man to make up their own choices and deal with their own consequences. And so do good parents. Do I have a witness to this? Did God send it? Absolutely not. But is God still in control of it? Absolutely yes. And if he's not, then he's not worthy to be my God.
My Lord.
Because who need a God that only can control the good, but never the wicked? I need to say he's over everything.
He's over everything.
He's our advocate. And he's active in protecting us. Because when you think about my steps prepared, made, set, and ready, that means even when I would go astray, he's led me around some stuff. And I know I'm not talking to myself. When I say to you, there's some places you intended to go. And God altered those steps. He put blocks in your path. Kept you from falling in a trap that had been set up just for you. Another way of translating this phrase in verse 3 is, he will not allow you to fall into misfortune or see you in trouble.
Come on, Pastor.
That blesses me.
Come on, Pastor.
God can't stand to see his child struggling with trouble. I'm a living witness. I know somebody else have known the trouble that will last, But God has come to tell us it won't last always. It, in fact, came to pass. God will not allow you to linger in trouble. In fact, he said, when the righteous cry, he heareth them. And do what? Deliver them out of what? All. Say all of their trouble. He can't stand to see his children in trouble. Ask Israel, won't he show up? Even when you deserve to go through. Israel had a habit of forgetting in good times how good their God was. They would to begin to blend in with everybody else and not stand out as his people, to do what everybody else did and not look like his people. But then when they got in trouble, there was somebody who came and dominated them. After they were dominated and under oppression, God would hear from heaven their cries and send a deliverer. He did it every time. Tell your neighbor, he's awake. And he's active in protecting you. He guards our lives. He prepares our steps and will remove whatever might hinder us or trip us up on our way through this thing called life. He will not allow those circumstances around you to wipe you out. That's the good news. Even if COVID-19 should come my way, I'm still not scared. Because I know where I'm headed. For me to live is Christ. For me to die is gain. I promise you, I stand on that. That's why you can't scare me with nothing except try to tell me God is not in control. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, he got this. He's active in protecting us. Did you notice this morning you got up and nobody was sleeping in the bed with you that you didn't invite? Come on. Did you not realize that when you woke up this morning, no burglar had taken away your belongings while you slept? He's active. Did you not realize that the drive you took, even the ones that's in this church, just a few of us, do you know that he kept your car on the road as you watch others flip over? He's a God that is active in protecting us. I know somebody got a testimony of how he's blessed you in the middle of all of this. You had bills you could not pay. A job that has remained though. And now you got a stimulus check to add to it. And if you're blessed to have a child, you got another piece of funds to help you make ends meet. He has helped some folk who were waiting on him to catch up on some things they would have never been able to catch up on. Somebody was blessed enough to get more than 2,400. They got more than 3,400. They had 4 children. They got 4,400. You got to give God some praise for who he is. Yeah, where you gonna get an extra $4,400 extra that you don't have to pay back? He been good, child. Didn't he keep your mind when others around you were anxious and unsteady? Didn't he keep your mind while other folk were losing theirs? God is your advocate and he is active in protecting you. COVID-19 has not come to wipe us out. In fact, in the end, we win. See, you got to remember who you are. Jesus said he has overcome the world. And that we have also have victory in that. We are now overcomers. Do you know what an overcomer is? An overcomer is one who has come over whatever has blocked your path. You need to shout victory right where you are in your bedroom, bathroom. I'm an overcomer, and I will come over this. It may cause some damage in our economy. It may cause some strife in our families. It may cause some friction in our relationships, and finances may get fickle, and friends may become few, but it cannot and will not take us out. You got to keep that in your mind. But the question is, do you trust him while you're going through? God is awake. He's your advocate and he's active in protecting you. Look at verse 4 as I try to bring this to a close. says how he is active in protecting you. Because whatever's going on with you, he knows.
My Lord.
He already is aware. He's already kept your foot from what? Slipping and falling. But then it says something right here that I got to keep my hand on. It came from the title, and that is, he is active because he never slumbers nor sleeps. So finally, I need you to know he's alert to everything concerning you.
Alert.
Anything that will come against you, God already got the warning sign up. He's alert to issues you are personally facing and has made provisions to help you. Some of those surgeries that have been postponed needed to be postponed. Because who's to say you'll even need it when this is over? He's alert.
Yes.
Because somebody was planning on leaving their house. But now they can't get out of the house. And the relationship is better than it's ever been. Because they had to deal with some stuff they had not dealt with before. He's alert. Even if he cannot remember the promises, he is alert to every promise he's made to you. Say he's alert.
He's alert.
God is alert that he will act on every promise. 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 No weapon. That's just one of my favorite. Formed against us shall prosper. He didn't say it wouldn't form. He said it wouldn't succeed. It won't prosper. It will not hit his mark. It will not destroy. Somebody needs to hold on and remember that COVID-19 financial issues are just issues, but they're weapons that the enemy wants to use. But God has promised for his people, no weapon shall prosper.
No weapon.
Can you say he's vigilant? And watching over his people. Not only is he alert to every promise, he's alert to every problem. The children of Israel were like us, or maybe we're like them. We would forget whose we are. And God would have to remind us.
My Lord.
Hadn't he reminded us of whose we are? Didn't he remind us through this that the only hope you got is him? Have you not seen people who never use God's name begin to ask for prayer? Have you not seen people who didn't consider God worthy now asking us to call on the name of God?
Preach, Pastor.
He's alert. He's alert. He's so merciful. His unfailing love never ends for us. He's heard every cry, and his help is on the way. His help is on the way. His help is on the way. Because I told you, every time Israel messed up, he would send a deliverer. Somebody say deliverer. The Bible says in Psalms 37, when the righteous cry, when the righteous cry, when the righteous cry, he heareth us. That's the promise. And does again what? Deliver. I just got to keep reminding you of some promises you ought to know in your own heart, in your own spirit. He did also say that all things work together for the good of them who love him and are called according to his purpose. Do you not know we've been called for the purpose of standing up during COVID-19? You have been called to this time. But he also promised it's going to work out for my good. I'm still reaping a harvest in the middle of a pandemic. And I'm not the only one that's being blessed. God can't stand to see his children in trouble. Our world has a problem. Our family is in trouble. Our finances are in trouble. The people of God are facing trouble. But he promised to keep us, to guard over us, to protect us. And he don't go to sleep. He will not get drowsy. He don't get restless. He's awake. You know, sometimes we have to take medicine that'll make you drowsy. We got allergies. And the medicine we take, it says non-drowsy lie. Because a lot of that medicine will make you sleepy, not just then, but through the next day. Do I have some witnesses? But we serve a God who never gets drowsy. Because when I'm drowsy, my mouth begins to slip. My timing is off. I might get fickle in my behavior because I'm tired. But we serve a God who never gets fickle, who never gets drowsy, who never has a slip of the tongue saying something he does not mean. You can count on my God. He's never drowsy.
My Lord. Preach, Pastor.
If there is a problem, there must be a deliverer. Say there must be a deliverer. Because when Israel was in trouble in Canaan, he sent Joseph to assure their safety in the famine. When Israel was in trouble fighting the Philistines, he sent a David to destroy the giant who declared there was no God in Israel. When Israel was in bondage in Egypt, he sent Moses. And when African Americans were in trouble in the United States, he sent a Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. There is times when we know we've been in trouble, and he will send a deliverer. God always, say always, has a deliverer. It may be Dr. Fauci. It may be the CDC. It could be World Health Organization. But God is going to send a deliverer because he can't stand his people in trouble. Is there anybody here would say I'm in trouble? I'm not comfortable walking outside. I'm not comfortable hugging my friends. I'm not comfortable hugging my mama. But I know a God who's able to keep me from falling. I know a God who's always on watch, never drowsy, never slumbering, never sleeping, always on duty. He will send a deliverer. The deliverer may be a child who has the right antibodies. I don't know who it is, but I'm looking high and low, around and around. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, there is a deliverer coming on the scene. How can you be so sure? I gotta tell you, as I get ready to get out of here, there was a time when man was in trouble. No hope and no help. We were hell-bound. No heaven in view. But God demonstrated his love towards us in that while we were yet, I'm sorry, I'm getting heavy all by myself. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Didn't you do it? That man's name was Jesus. They hung him out on a hill called Calvary. He was alert when he said, it is finished. Into thy hands I commend my spirit. He was alert when they laid him in a marble tomb. God also was alert because Jesus said, if I be lifted up from this earth, I'll draw all men unto me. And I need to tell somebody how alert our God is. Friday, he was alert. Saturday, he was alert. But early Sunday morning, the alert God raised my Savior from the grave, and he gave him all power in his hand. And that Savior gave the power to us. Is there anybody here that would declare, I got power over my life? I got power living on the inside. I got power to journey through the jungle with joy. I got power to deal with folks direction. Holy Ghost power. Holy Ghost power. God is awake. You don't have to wake him up and tell him what you're going through. He sees, he knows, and he cares.